Imagine walking up to a stream like this, cupping your hands, and taking a sip. Most would assume the water is clean and perfectly safe, but a microscopic zoom reveals a different reality. Suspended inside that single drop are thousands of jagged plastic fragments, completely invisible to the naked eye. This contamination is happening right now in almost every river, stream, and lake sampled across the state. The traditional concept of untouched, pure water has become a biological impossibility. Researchers in Pennsylvania found that remote forest streams like this one contain nearly as many microplastics as waterways running alongside major urban centers. These particles have now moved past the riverbank. Scientists have detected them circulating in human bloodstreams and lodging deep within lung tissue. Researchers are currently investigating how these foreign objects affect human health, with early evidence linking their presence to chronic inflammation and hormone disruption. When plastic particles enter the bloodstream, environmental pollution becomes a direct factor in human biology. Microplastics are fragments measuring less than 5 millimeters. While some are manufactured this way, most come from the breakdown of everyday items like food packaging, synthetic fabrics, and shopping bags. One of the largest contributors is the asphalt itself. Every time a vehicle travels, friction wears down the tires, shedding microscopic fragments of synthetic rubber onto the road. Rainwater then acts as a transport system, washing this chemical dust off the streets and into the nearest storm drain. These drains empty into major rivers and lakes, where the heavier plastic particles sink and settle into the mud. Our road networks and drainage systems now function as a delivery system, funneling plastic debris directly into the natural world. To understand the history of this pollution, researchers in Pennsylvania looked at the mud at the bottom of the state's waterways rather than just the flowing water. This sediment acts as a chronological record. Because the layers stack over time, the deeper mud represents older decades of plastic accumulation. These layers contain a physical record of our waste. On average, researchers found 2,500 microplastic particles trapped in every kilogram of river sediment. This concentration was found consistently across the state, confirming decades of continuous, widespread pollution. The riverbed is a physical ledger of human plastic consumption, recording every decade of our reliance on synthetic materials. At the very top of these sediment cores, the data shifts. In the layer deposited roughly after 2010, researchers found a measurable decrease in microplastic density compared to the layers from the 1990s and 2000s. This decline correlates with improved waste management, more effective recycling programs, and increased public efforts to reduce plastic use. Although the improvement is small, it marks a change in the historical trend of increasing pollution. These findings show that human intervention leaves a visible record in the earth, suggesting we can influence the scale of this crisis. Reducing this footprint starts with individual choices, opting for reusable containers, using cloth bags, and avoiding excessive packaging. Addressing the scale of the problem also requires broader changes, including stricter government regulations on the production of single-use plastics. Do you believe governments should introduce stricter policies on plastic waste? Let us know what you think in the comments. The choices we make now determine the composition of the next layer of sediment, leaving a permanent record for future generations.